Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of Investing with Billy Alvaro. I'm here today. I'm your host, Billy Alvaro. I'm here with Lori DiCostanzo. And Lori was introduced to me by her daughter. Her and her daughter became friendly years back. We were in the same networking group. And I met you not through your daughter, actually through another gentleman who you were investing with. Names will remain unspoken about. And then you and I created that relationship. And you've been investing with me for a couple of years now. And Lori, the reason I wanted to have you on is we're doing a massive capital raise. And, I can go out and tell people all about the great deals I've done and how my investors make money and how they very rarely lose. But I could say it, people aren't going to believe me. If I have people on who have been with me for years, who have had the investing experience, it's going to be more believable coming from you. So before we start on that part, just introduce yourself, give us a little bit of background of who you are, what you do, and then we'll talk about our relationship, how we got started, and what your I guess how you've been feeling about what we've been doing with you.
Okay, my name is Lori DiCostanzo. My family business actually is construction of houses, shopping centers, developments. Um, but we're retired now, and I wanted somewhere to grow my money, more than just the 1% in the bank. Billy has been great. Invested with Billy, my money. I have money in my kids. I invest their money. It's
You've been with me investing now. How many years has it been? About 4 years?
probably at least, yeah.
Four, maybe even five.
Yeah.
Because we did that TV thing with your daughter about 5 years ago when we were trying
Yeah.
to get that TV show, and it was right after that you and I started investing. And I met you and your husband at one of the houses that Lori was gonna. I'm sorry, that Sarah was gonna buy. You guys were gonna invest in. I think it was in Farmingville when I
Yeah.
first met you guys, and that's
Right,
when she was
right.
first getting into.
Yep.
Yeah. So So listen, you hit on a couple of points. Like, why would a seasoned investor like yourself, your husband's a big builder and he has been doing a lot of great things in Long Island and other areas, and you guys own a lot of commercial real estate.
Hmm.
Why why would you invest with me? And what are the benefits that you've been seeing? So first off, why? Why invest with Billy Avaro? Why have you started investing in me and what's been your experience?
Well, the guaranteed return on my money, it's a lot better than I can get anywhere else. The stock market's up and down. The bank gives nothing.
Yeah.
So it's been wonderful.
Yeah, so and that's a good point. A lot of people, when they think about investing, they don't realize when they invest the way you invest with me is you have a note which we sign saying that, hey, you're going to get your money back, but you also have a security agreement that gets recorded against the property guaranteeing that you're going to get your return.
Hmm.
And that's like another level of security that a lot of people just don't realize. Like when in the stock market, they're investing, and like you said, it's up and down. It's very cyclical. People
Yeah.
don't realize they could put $100,000 in today, and in 6 months, that 100,000 could easily be 80 grand. Now, of
Yep.
course, it goes up and down, but depending on what their age is, if they want to cash out, they might be at a low point and they might lose 15, 20, or 30% of their portfolio. And that's scary for somebody who's getting up in age where they expect to have those returns to live on that money throughout the next, X amount of years of their life. So that's cool. What has been your experience? I know the more the money that you invest is secured. You have a nice, healthy return. What's been your experience with me as an investor, as somebody that you've been entrusting your money with? Like, let's talk about that a little bit because I'm sure people out there that are going to be investing with me have questions. Could I trust this guy? What's this guy about? I mean, does he know what he's doing? What's been your experience?
Oh, you are the best. I trust you 100%. I've never been disappointed. You are great at what you do. I mean, right now you're flipping houses, but you're getting into more things, and I would invest in you all my money and trust you 100%.
And I honestly, dude, I appreciate that because you have the background, like this business only because your family is in it. And
Hmm.
so I don't take that lightly when you say that. Somebody who really doesn't know real estate could say, "Oh, the guy's doing a great job for me." But you, with your experience, where you come from, your background, that means it's worth its weight in gold to me. So I really do appreciate that, Law.
Wow.
Um, I love it. If there was anything that you could or would change about the way you invest with me or about how I handle your money, would there be anything you could think of that I could do differently to be a better, I guess, person to invest with?
Actually, no. You do a great job. I mean, everything. You call me ahead of time saying this is what I have. Are you interested in it? And when I say yes, you send me out the papers. It's all done quickly, efficiently. It's great. Everything you do, it's run very perfect.
If somebody was thinking about investing with us, and before I get into that, I don't want to disclose exactly how much money you've invested, but you've invested well a couple of $1 million with me over the years. Like it's
Yeah,
been in and out and in and out, and I appreciate you. I appreciate all my investors that entrust their money with us. Have you ever lost a dollar with me investing?
never, never,
Ever?
ever.
As a matter of fact, we actually were on a deal where I didn't know that you were a private investor on another deal, and somebody who tries to do what I do really didn't know what they were doing, and I ended up finding out who the lender was, and it was you.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what, Lori, this is a problem. Like you're good. This lady doesn't know what she's doing. We kind of worked the deal, and I bailed you out and made you as whole as I could and put your money back to work. And it's important to have somebody that knows what they're doing when you're investing. So yeah, when people want to invest, there's two things to look at, and I know you're going to agree. It's not just the property and the investment that they're going into, it's the person who's actually in charge of running that thing. Speak about some of the bad experiences you've had, not with me, because you said they've all been good, but in your past, you don't have to name names, but just different things that you've entrusted, invested money with, and how things went sideways and what you've learned from those experiences.
Yeah, well, the one lady you were talking about, I invested with, she didn't know what she was doing. She was a neighbor of mine. She said she was doing this. I invested in her. Didn't know what she was doing. Didn't get her permitting. Didn't destroyed the house. She didn't know
Yeah.
what she was doing. Luckily, you bailed me out on that one. Thank you. And another investor also. He didn't know what he was doing. He's from the city and came to Long Island to do one, and he did the wrong things in the house. He held the house for a year or more than a year,
Yeah. Almost two.
paying me back, but he lost money.
Yeah. So it's important, whoever's watching this that wants to invest, you have to vet two pieces of the puzzle if you're going to put your money to work. You have to vet the deal that you're getting involved with, and you also have to vet the person who's sponsoring that deal. In this case, it would be me, to see what credibility does this person have? What's his track record? Because if you want to look at the performance of somebody going forward, the best thing to look at is what has been the results that they've gotten in the past. And look, we're not perfect. I've been doing this since 1989, but not full time. I've been doing it full time since 2009 is when I got into this full time. And in the last 11 years of me doing this, we've done hundreds and hundreds of deals, and I've lost money on a handful. But my investors, people who entrust their money like yourself, that have come in, you've never been involved in any of the deals that I've lost money on. But because my investors with because my investors were secured with a note, because they had the security agreement tied to the property, because they had homeowners insurance and they had title insurance, when I lost 35,000 on a deal, and people don't like talking about their losses, but it's all part of the business. My investor, and I had him on, I interviewed him, he was made 100% whole. Why? Because one, they had the security instrument, they had the note, and he's not coming in as an equity partner like you're not coming in as an equity partner, meaning if we win, we both win. If I lose, we both lose. In this case, you're a win-win no matter what. And that's
Mm-hmm.
an important factor for people to understand when they're investing. Stock market, up and down. Mutual funds, up and down. If you invest into a company and not that's a non-security instrument, the company could go south. Yeah, you can make 20%, but the company could go south. You could lose money. So I just want people to realize, if they are looking to put their money to work and you're going to be investing in real estate, look, and everybody wants to invest in real estate, but you don't maybe have the time to become the expert to find the properties, fix the properties, analyze the properties, because there's a lot of work, Lori, as you know, your husband's in this business.
Yes.
It's an overwhelming amount of work. If you want to invest and not have to rely and not have to do the work, become a passive investor like Lori. Allow us or somebody like us to put your money to work. Make sure, like, talk about some of the documents that people should look for in doing these types of deals to make sure that they're covered. It's what? It's the note, the mortgage,
Right.
the security instrument. title insurance, which the
Insurance.
investors never see, but we have it on there, and the homeowner's insurance.
The homeowner insurance, right.
If you have those 4 documents attached to any investment that you're doing, and you have a credible sponsor in the front end, and they're putting your money to work in a good deal, you're going to make money. You're going to be able to sleep at night, and you're going to be able to have cash flow coming in. And there's different investments. You're really on the fix and flip side with us. You put a lot of money to work for fix and flip, but we have a lot of deals that we do where it's passive income. People put their money in, and they're earning, between 6 and 8% consistent cash flow monthly in these small rental portfolios that we have, the single families. The next tranche that we're doing, we're actually going to be going out and doing these apartment buildings, which is a different investment vehicle, a lot more profitable, longer term, 5 to 10 years, but massive, massive wealth with those apartment things. Lori, if anybody was thinking about investing with me, if anybody was saying, hey, I'm thinking about it, what would you tell them? If they were sitting in front of you and say, Lori, honestly, give me some dirt, this guy. Give me, is it really as good as you said it was on that video? Like, what would you say to them?
I would say do it. Invest with you. Invest with Billy. He's been wonderful. I mean, it's so nice to have guaranteed money like that to invest in. I
appreciate it.
Time to invest in you.
Thank you, Lori. I appreciate you coming on. I know you just have a newborn grandchild. I congratulate you and Sarah on that. I know, it's a she, correct? The little girl?
No, he.
It's a he. The first one's a girl. Yeah,
yep.
the first one.
Little
That's
boy.
Great. So congratulations on him. Congratulations on everything. Tell your husband I said hello, and tell Sarah I said hello.
Oh, thank you. I will.
Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you, Billy.